And it's so crazy, like, kids are kids, right?
Yeah.
We were kids.
We were kids.
And we kind of are still kids.
Yeah.
Because...
metaphorically.
We're always trying to go back to the creative self.
Right. Trying to embody this innocence, to accept
the curiosity.
Different. Right, exactly.
But as we grew, there were rules attached to that.
Oh, yeah.
Also, to be curious means you're falling into temptation.
Oh, speaking on that, I love how they associate curious with sin.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying, like the temptations.
Right, right. I figured that's where you're going with that.
So,
yeah.
It's like, but is it?
Right, right, right. Because you can't sit here and believe that Eve committed the first sin by being curious. But that's how it pictures it, right? That's what it's saying. And it's like, that's not fair. And then because of that, man has to govern over woman. Like, this is a biblical
You have
statement,
to, okay,
man.
You're governing over a woman.
Because
the
she's
word
curious.
Governing, oppressing is hidden behind the word sacred. She's sacred. I have to hide her away from the rest of the world because she's sacred.
Wow.
But you're causing this same oppression because this sacred person can only be available to you. To you.
So is it sacred? That's even a good point. For it to be sacred, should it be accessible to the public? Or is there a personal sacred and is there a public sacred? Are there both, or is it just...
I feel like sacred is sacred, but as like everything, it has been taken obviously out of context or has been monetized into something else.
Right, of course it's been abused and exploited.
Yeah.
But what I'm curious about is there such thing as a public sacred space? Because I'm thinking about it like this, right? We only say that things are sacred because we obviously can't create sacred space, right? We stumble upon it, right? You see it in the Bible, many times over. They anoint something, it becomes sacred because God was there. God was present in that moment. So is there a public space that God can be present in? I guess is what I'm asking.
Is there, but we can't see it. We have a lot of deconstruction to do. There's so many layers. In order for us to reach there, to get there, there's just so much that we have to look through.
Because we all got to agree that God is present there.
And meaning, for God to be present, that means that everyone's voice is valid.
Yes, everyone's voice is heard. Exactly. Yeah, that's such a good point.
Because if God is omnipresent, right?
Yes.
Why can our stories also be that?
Ooh.
That's basically my light. For you to take that away from me and to say it's not valid, it's like God isn't real or existence isn't real.
You're denying God and parts of God.
You're denying everything.
Wow.
And because you're denying everything, you then feel like there's nothing there and you have to create your own kind of reality.
Yeah.
We gotta live in your reality, in your world.
That's a good point.
So when you've heard people say, yeah, well...
Not in my world?
Not in my world.
In what world will that ever...
Or in what world do you live in?
Yeah.
Or,
That's true, yeah.
It's like, you're talking about experience, my experience. It's
Yeah.
not my world. Because now you're making it sound like it's the world that is revolving around you. So we've been doing that for eons. Where people really feel like they were the only ones or the chosen ones. And I'm not just talking religiously, I'm talking about everything.
Yeah.
Well, I have the right to blah 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 because I earned such privileges or certain titles, certain badges, or certain, you know,
Yeah.
a point system.
Yes.
But who's keeping count of this point system? Is not really you.
Right.
It's an idea that someone started that you tapped into and you believed in, and you took that as your identity.
Deep.